$17 store-bought carnivore bar, my homemade $1.60 carnivore bar. Hey compassionate carnivores, in today's video I'm showing you not one but two ways to make carnivore bars. This carnivore bar costs $17 for one singular bar. $17! Psh. The versions I'm making today cost about $1.60 to make, and it's so easy to make and it's so delicious. There are a lot of ways people do this, but it really comes down to two main methods. One is a fresh, flavorful carnivore bar, and the other is a dehydrated carnivore bar that lasts longer outside the fridge. The fresh version is the one I personally prefer. It tastes way better. The only thing is that this version does need to be stored cold, either in the fridge or freezer. The dehydrated version is where people cook the meat first and then dehydrate it in the oven or in a dehydrator, so it's more shelf stable and you don't have to refrigerate it. This version does last longer without refrigeration, but in my opinion, it's really dry and powdery with no flavor. Both are carnivore bars. The only difference is flavor, fat, and how you store them. Stay tuned until the end of this video because I'm going to taste test side by side this $17 carnivore bar and my homemade $1.60 version. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe as it really helps you to push my videos out and may inspire others. Okay, on to the video. Here's what you're going to need and exactly how to make it. Don't worry if I'm talking too fast, I'll have it all linked down below. You're going to need a pound of ground beef, optional bacon if you'd like. This is going to give it much more flavor, but you could totally do it plain. A baking dish, a silicone mold, I got this on Amazon, I'll link it down below, and a cutting board to cut your bacon. We're going to start off by cutting our bacon into little bits that's going to go on top of it. And then the leftover bacon grease is going to go into it and it's going to give it much flavor. A lot of kind people always comment tips, so watch this. We're going to go like this. You think I'd learned my lesson about a year ago or something? I dumped the bacon grease and it got all over my wrist, but luckily the scar healed thanks to my beef tallow. Quick interruption. My sister Katie and I started Compassionate Carnivore after learning how tallow has been used for centuries and has many benefits. I struggled with really bad acne, so I made my own tallow body butter, and it's been a huge game changer for me. I also used it on my burn, and over time the scar faded. A big part of this is my carnivore lifestyle too. If you'd like, you can check out compassionatecarnivore.store. Okay, back to the video. We're going to turn these on. I'm going to put it on about medium high. And then I'm going to chop up our bacon into little bite-sized pieces. This is going to give it much more flavor as well as the bacon grease that we're going to use. I'm making a little extra because Katie wants some bacon. This is a lot. You do not need to do this much. I'm just making a lot because my family really likes the little bacon bites. They're so delicious. It's like bacon chips. And we're already making up bacon, so might as well make up a lot. We are making two versions of the carnivore bar. The first version is my version where it's more flavorful and fresh. The second version is exactly like the carnivore bar. It tastes like the same thing and it's the same ingredients. Okay, I'm not dissing them or anything, but $17. I understand it's pure clean ingredients, but you can make this and make it the exact same. The three ingredients is grass-finished beef, grass-finished tallow, and Redmond real salt. That's it. You could make this yourself. So the first version is my version that I'm making it. I am just cooking up the ground beef and then I'm going to put it in the blender and add my bacon grease because the bacon grease gives it so much flavor. You don't have to add the bacon grease if you want. And then we're going to pour it into the molds, add the bacon bits on top, sprinkle sea salt on top, and put it in the freezer. Boom. That's my version of carnivore bars. I absolutely love it. The second version is this one. We're going to take half of this meat in here and we're going to cook it in the oven at 275 degrees for about an hour. You want to get it very dehydrated and no grease at all. And then you blend it and you pour it in your molds. And that way, the flavor, it's not good. It's powdery and it's really bad. But it lasts long and it doesn't need to be refrigerated. It has good shelf life. It's very convenient to eat before the gym or to have after the gym. You could just take the second version that we're making to the gym or on a hike or to work and you don't have to refrigerate it. But the first version, you do have to refrigerate it, if that makes sense. This is going to give the carnivore bars nice flavor. I like them nice and crispy. My ground beef is done, so I'm going to take half of it and put it in here, and half of it is going to dehydrate in the oven. For the oven version, I'm going to not put any bacon fat in it or anything. I'm going to make it exactly like this version so that I can give you guys an honest taste test at the end and give my honest thoughts. Drizzle some bacon fat on it. bacon bits. For my version, I like to add more fat to it because carnivore is all about the fat. It's one of the best things for you. It's what makes you heal on carnivore. Now we're gonna put this in the blender and blend. See, this one's gonna be so flavorful. This is what it looks like. And now we're gonna put it in our molds. And you really don't need molds either. You could just put this in a glass baking dish and then cut it up into little squares. My ground beef was $7.92, and I'm going to be getting 8 bars from all of these, maybe even a little more left over. So that's about $1 per bar, but including the beef tallow and the bacon, I would round it up to like 60 cents. So $1.60 per bar. You're saving so much money, and it's so simple and easy to make. The crispy ones are for me to eat, so I'm gonna put the non-crispy ones. And I think I'm only gonna make 2 bacon ones, and then we're gonna eat the rest of the leftover bacon. And then you just put it in the refrigerator. I'm gonna freeze it though because I'm impatient. So you could either freeze it or put it in the refrigerator. I like to freeze it because I'm impatient, and then you could just store it in the refrigerator. I put this on a cutting board, boom, and I'm gonna put it in the freezer. So I'm going to wait an hour for that to dehydrate it, so we'll be right back. It's been about 2 hours, so I'm going to take it out. It's very nice and dry. You want it to be super dry so that then you don't need to store it in the fridge, and you can actually take it on and about on the go if you want to go hiking or go to the gym. Oh my gosh, I want to eat this right now. These ones look so good. Okay, now I'm going to add this to it. Am I doing this correct? The last time I made this one was probably months ago. I've been loving this one because this one's so much more flavorful than this. I normally add tallow to this so that it kind of sticks together. I've never made it just this way so that you don't have to refrigerate it for that long, so that I could keep it in the car for like an hour or two, or like if you go to work or the gym, you know, like I don't know if this is even gonna work. I think I'm gonna melt some fat and drizzle it on it, or you think I should just test it out?
Just test it out.
Okay, now I'm gonna put it back in the freezer.
2 hours later.
This is what a regular carnivore bar looks like. So the taste is horrible, but this is one of the best things for you. It keeps you fueled and energized. It's perfect if you're on the go. It's not as bad as I remember. That's actually pretty good. I don't know if they changed their formula, but I tried this about a year ago and it was horrible and powdery. This one is actually really good. It's not powdery, it's crunchy. It's salty. It's actually super good, but I would never in my right mind spend $17 on this when I could just make it on my own. Okay, this one is mine. Look at that. This is the comparison. So mine, you do have to refrigerate. This one, you don't have to refrigerate because it's actually dehydrated. It's a little frozen. It tastes really similar, actually. Wow. The bacon's really good. It tastes really just the same, just bacon flavor. That is so crazy. That was $17. This is $1.60. $17, $1.60. This is my unflavored one that is just ground beef and beef tallow. So my other ones didn't work because I didn't add any tallow to it. So it just crumbles and falls apart. So you do have to add tallow to it, and it will have to be stored in the refrigerator. I think the only way you can get it to not be stored in a refrigerator like the carnivore bar is if you actually have a dehydrator. This one, I didn't add any bacon chunks to it. Okay, yeah, so the bacon grease gives it way more flavor. It pretty much does taste like nothing at all too. I just taste a little bit of that bacon grease, and it's salty. I do want to add more salt to it. I think that will give it much more flavor. Yeah. It's pretty darn similar. It does taste the same. This one just has more flavor because of the bacon grease. But that is crazy. Come on, $17, $1.60. You can't go wrong. This was literally so easy to make. You're saving so much money. The only thing though is that this carnivore bar, you don't have to refrigerate it. So that's very nice that you could take it hiking or to the gym. I think you could take this too. It only lasts so long. So I would probably keep this out of the refrigerator I bet you it would last like 4 hours, so that's pretty dang good. Well, that is how you make carnivore bars. So simple, easy, and affordable. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, as it really helps YouTube push my videos out and may inspire others. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you all the very best today, and always bye. Beep.